Shortly after Mr. Hampton did this to me, this guy showed up, and his name is Vince Black. And if I can't zoom any closer than this, but if you will Google Vince Black martial arts, he'll come up. You just take a look at those eyes. This guy was a bigger deal than even Oyata in many ways, and it was because of his knowledge. He had a deep knowledge of Chinese medicine and also was a ferocious martial artist. He was a big guy too. He's about as big as Hampton, about 6'2". He's a little heavy, but that didn't matter because he knew so much that a guy like me was completely ineffective against him. And when he came along, he was invited to the studio because Hampton was upset about some of the problems that we were having. And by the way, this picture was taken after we were immersed for about a year with Oyata and Dillman, and there were problems that came out of that, not just me getting hit in the chest, but the students were practicing on each other and using Oyata techniques, hitting each other in the arms and then in the neck, and then some of the kids were blacking out. I actually had a blackout driving down the road. This is prior to me being hit in the heart. Um, and so Mr. Hampton brought Jones in. He brought him back to kind of get back to his roots and to kind of stabilize himself, from the experience of being taken over essentially by Oyata and Dillman and kind of pull back and combine what he learned from Dillman and Oyata with techniques Mr. Jones had taught him. And then Vince came along and changed everything up. And he made all the martial arts that we had studied appear to be child's play in comparison to what he was teaching. And his specialty at that time was a internal Chinese martial art called Xingyi, which means form, mind, boxing. Xing means form, Yi means mind, and it's based on five element Taoist theory. And the five elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, water. And so there's a technique for each of these elements. Very ancient, very sophisticated form of martial art. But he also knew acupuncture. And I was suffering at that time with these chest pains. I told him about it. And he got really upset with Hampton, for doing that. And he showed me these massage techniques. And then I had a group of students that were working with me at that time, younger people. And I had these students do these massage techniques on me. And it literally pulled the pain out of my chest into my shoulder and routed out my arm over a period of weeks. That made me a believer in the Chinese system because I was actually really afraid that I was actually going to have a heart attack, even though I was super fit and young and had no other telltale signs of heart disease or anything like that. So I was very grateful to Vince. So I became his student for about 2 years and apprenticed under him. And he would come and go. He lived in California and he also had a studio in Tucson, Arizona. And he came and visited with us periodically. And then he would teach me new material and give me different assignments. He had a guy who was over me in Blacksburg who also gave me books to read, and I learned quite a bit about theory, quite a bit of theory of Chinese medicine during that time. So this is 85 to 87. Oyata came onto the scene, I would say around 84, 83, 84, and I started this school in 81.